my god, this heat. This fucking heat. I hate this fucking heat. It is the worst. We have gray skies. It's raining. The air is cold, but it is moist and warm at the same time. I do not fucking understand nature. It is, god damn it. Fuck everything. Take me to Monaco. Take me to goddamn Monaco. Maybe. Why, mouse, hello? This is a recurring thing. What the shit? Are you even on? Yes, you are. At least normally mouse works. Ah, yes, there we go. Thank you. Hello. There we go. And like this, no, like this. Clicky, 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 the same things every goddamn time. Move things up there. Forget to click thing, which keeps thing up there. And then move it back up there, and then make thing bigger, and reposition it straight ahead of me. Ish. Resume, not understanding car. Having good time. Listening to chill. AI lo-fi. Because no DMCA. Imagine all the plays the actual artists could be receiving from yours truly. But no, that is illegal. I'm stealing if I play music and share my lived experience with others as it is actually experienced. Can't have that. There we go. Everything is saved. Chill Churu. What was it? Churu. Yes, Chill Churu has been linked to in the description. All is well in the world. We have a bunch of hours to kill. And I am super enthusiastic about killing it. That sounds all kinds of weird, but that is fine. That is super duper fine. I am the president of the 1920's. Oh, that is the best thing I've ever had anyone tell me so far in my life, and that is odd, but it is to an extent accurate, which makes it funny. Super duper fucking funny. Let's see. Alright, so I've got the snooze. I've got the DX5. It is loaded. I'm not gonna trust the data from yesterday. I'm just gonna farm whatever happens today. It's part of the warm-up. Because I do believe I was testing some changes, but still I remember... You know what? No, let's be efficient. The problem yesterday was that the butt and, to an extent, the front would bottom out. And we are in a situation where the suspensions, they could be stiffer. The car could be taller. The car is currently, it is at its maximum ride height on the rear. And the front that is not the case, but if I'm going too high, the car becomes very nervous. But I mean, it is a very stiff track, our dampers are soft. What if we just resume the theory where we try to raise the car as much as possible, and raising is lower, increasing will increase. Increase the value to lower. Right, so that is... Then I need to reduce to increase, yes. So, then we just like stiffen this bitch up. And then we find the point at which where the suspensions are unable to deal with the forces that are violently pushing themselves up into our floor when we approach a certain bump in the track. And then we adjust the bump rubber gap until we are riding the bumps across that thing. And then we adjust the dampers and maybe the springs, as we have identified the point at which the bumps are indeed doing what they are supposed to be doing. Because right now the car is just being yeeted into the air. And it is not very productive. Not at all. Okie dokie, so let's begin. This was determined to be more or less just a throttle map. We are doing things and we are tuning for mode 7 at the moment, trying to keep the battery in some vague state resembling, or some state vaguely resembling neutral. And also, I think I would like to explore brake bias a little bit, because yesterday I did find that... Okay, so if we do 1 on there, and then we do 2, and then we do 4, and then we do 8. Well, let's try 6, increment by 6, then we have, because there's no way I'm gonna use 10, that's just never going to happen, quite literally. And then we get to sort of explore these a little bit more, nuanced, in a nuanced way-ish. Percentage. Differential, yeah, these were fine. Min locks. Ah, okay, yes. So I see, I can also... Oh, there's so many cool things you can do with these things. I am super duper into these cars. It is so sad that it is so difficult to find full grids for them. I wonder what would happen if I just made a public server. Does such a thing exist? I do not know. I have not checked, to be honest. Maybe I should do that, but not today, or at least now, for I must solve this riddle. And also another question: how long is race? I do not know. Shit. This is the LMU paddock. I think I will join the AC paddock. I will mute my microphone there. promoted to blah blah blah, taters. Hey, keep blah blah blah, restricted glitch slots, meow 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 meow. Would you like to exchange? It is under be change order DJ track. What was the ball you ball? Use current version. Okay, that is good. So here's the attendance. Race 34 laps, 45 minutes. Okay. So, we shall. Okay, so essentially it will be 45 minutes, 34. Huh? How is 34 laps 45 minutes, I ponder? I'm just gonna go with the notion of there being... Yeah, because this is more in line with what we have been doing. I'll go with 45 minutes. And then 1 extra lap. I'm just gonna go 72 liters. Fuck it. That is similar to yesterday, and it is okay. Nobody is judging. So, question also. I'm gonna allow myself 1 more dB. You know what, I'll split the difference between me and Rum. Better. I do see now clearly that there's not enough this bumps resistance in the front, and at the highest wheel rate. Hey, it didn't bottom out. That's neat. Please. Now, for fuck's sakes. There we go. It is nice to have audio on the right ear as well. Oh dear. Oops. Oops. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it is way... There's a lot of rebound in this setup now. But it has its moments. I forget to check. Yeah, I think maybe 90 is actually true. Temp range, 90. Don't know what that means, but I think it should be closer to 90 and therefore pressures must come up like quite a lot. And more on the rears than the fronts. So let's begin there, because after 90 it becomes more and more squirrely. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. 3. And then... Let's try even less, like 0 migration, and then put this to 1.5, and this to 0.5, 1.5, and then 3. All numbers I have not tried yet. There, just to see what's up. No migration actually felt better. Surprisingly. Let's see. So, things we learned. Car didn't feel too bad. But it is very springy, and this I believe should be the point where we look at the data. So let's look at the data and open the correct version of Motec. Let's see. Data. Give me data. Righto. So, the rear is not too shabby. But it is reboundy. Mostly on the left side. But it is also very bumpy on the fast stuff. And I do ponder what will happen if we let the suspensions sing. At which points do we actually see interaction? Ah, shit. Okay, so let's go back to default heave and stuff. Okay, so that's... I think I'm just gonna do the default stuff here to see if heave actually matters when we are at a given point. But we are going to do full bump stops on everything, just to see what the suspension is capable of on its own accord, while the car is fully raced. Default 30, 570s, 80s default in the front. I've reduced the front to make the front better mid-air. Yes. Because it was moody on turn-in. So that makes sense. And then the diffs are at the moment supportive but not limiting. As such, we hit, say, for an X7. And then we are at the stage where I am going to start labeling the data, so I know which setup did what. And there should be a short comment here somewhere. No? Oh, there we go. X6. Close, and then back to work. This is how shit starts going bad. Why does this happen? Info. No messages. Huh. Okay, so there's something where it thinks my old clutch is bound? That is funny. It is totally nuts. But that is fine. I am too old to care at this point. I'll take any half-assed workaround I can get. Okay, so it is actually not bottoming out now, even in absence of bump stops. This is all suspension, baby, with a fully loaded car relative to race length. Oh dear. Okay, we're gonna need some bump stops. But also, yes, tires cold. And I'm not gonna run with a damaged car. Okay, so let's take it easy until the tires come in, and then we go. Yes. Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, made it to the point where I got some nice toasty tires, and they are fairly balanced, but not quite. They are still hot. And the left side is far less hot than the rest. So let's fix that. Like, this one needs to just be max. And that is the closest I get to 90. The others were 90. Does this say? No, but I do have data. Jesus fucking Christ. Huh? Come on, did it not record? That was such a nice run. The different up at there. Cancel. Okay, so 1. Options. Is there auto loading? Auto save. Image resolution. No. Analysis. Automatically log data. Load log data. There we go. And this is under D. Steam. Steam temp. No, Steam apps. Come on. Assetto Corsa. Telemetry interface. Telemetry. Monaco VRC Formula Alpha. Okay. Okay. So, were I in the right folder? Yes. Interesting. That did not result in a data file. That sucks. 1723. Oh, this is from yesterday, all of it. So, Acti is not working? Acti, how dare you? You are literally claiming you are working. Except you clearly are not even running. Okay, so launch. Ah. Okay, so that data I just reacted to was yesterday's. But regardless, same setup. All good. Better keep an eye on this then. Okay, so we are now... Where? Oh, it produced something? Oh, interesting. It had something cached. Okay, well, whatever. Let's do another baseline. Everything up to this point has been warm up anyway. And what the fuck is up with the frame rates? AC things. Oh. Click and click. Boopity boopity boop. Doopity 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 doop. I'm trying to develop one right now. On the action. I balance 6. Oh dear God. Frame rate, be my friend. Oh dear God, understeer. Come on, anti-storm, be my friend. Oh, it's so difficult to clutch when it's on the opposite side of the thing, but I guess that is why they have reduced it to just one paddle. Because 2 at the same time while wringing your hands is kind of difficult to do. Yo! Buongiorno! Hello! How do you do? Do you have force feedback still? Oh dear. Are you happy? Oh yeah, it should, if you just search Phoenix, it should pop up. But I can absolutely... Oh dear God, okay, yes, I will produce a link, one moment. Jesus. Where are you, content manager? Invite. And paste. Oh, I pasted it into the Phoenix paddock. You shall find it there. Is it like just not finding any results? like there's a cache function there that kinda is a little bit bitchy. That you can turn off and like force it to always query Kunos. Ah. Ah, yeah, that sounds like the thing. One moment. It is under... Where is it? It is Content Manager. Where the shit is it? Appearance? No. It's like I vaguely know where it is, but I always forget. Download, no. Remove skins, no. Displace direct, no. Fix, blah 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 blah. Drive. Sure. Show AI decimal. Enable AI limitations. Use blah blah blah. Use custom weather. Blah 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 blah. Where the fuck are you? Snake more laptop. Oh, online probably. Compact UI. Show brand. Blah blah blah. Loads under online connection. Turn on or off caching proxy server for lobby, and also load server information directly should be toggled. I think it's the use caching proxy server for lobby that fucks thing up, because if you are caching, huh? Okay, well, temporarily disable the network protection bullshit then. What are you using and why are you using it? I mean, Windows Defender is fine. Oh god. Oh lord. But that is annoying. Why does this keep happening? It does not like idling on the server. Yeah, no. To each his own. To each his own. I shan't judge. God damn it. Joint. There is something weird with this track though. It keeps yeeting me out. Like, if I stand still in the pits for too long, it's just like, oh no, he's not here. And there's nothing configured to yeet people who are idle, like zero things. I think it's in part related to the whole must disable penalties unless we will be basically told you are driving the wrong way when we are in the pit lane. It is super fucking annoying. Super duper fucking annoying. Fucker annoying. Fucking annoying. Okay, so the thing I had changed. Yes. Gonna try to get some colder front right. And you know what? I'm just gonna run all max. And then we are 72 liters, yes. And our weird brake bias shit is indeed a thing. And we know that at least 3 is good. So let's go increments. 3, 5, 7. And 9 for easy, and I guess 10. 11. For easy switching in between with the offsets. And a load of shit. And also that mode 7 at this point in time. The current thing is we are still harvesting too much. No, it's probably the overrun regen that is too high. So let's run that lower. And then check that bump stop rubber stiffness. That shouldn't really matter. These we didn't change. We did reset these to defaults. They are. And then we are running maximum ride height and bumps because we want to figure out at which point suspension get cranky. So then we save and then have a peek into data if any was written. This is 15 at 1606, which was before things shat itself, so application was good boy and did the thing and auto-loaded, and we like it. So yes, it is still the same tired story. I believe we are absolutely starved on bumps on the front, so we shall correct for that. Dampers, bump. Throw a puncher bump in there. Rebound is fine, so fuck that. And then on the rear, it is the opposite situation. Or an uneven distribution between the two, which makes me think I do not have enough ARB on the butt. So let's put more ARB on the butt. We give 2 clicks and then we change nothing. Except, nope, nothing. Small changes, small incremental changes. That is the way. Once they look vaguely balanced, we start exploring bringing the car down lower to the ground for extra happiness. Where is button? There's button. No 3 is okay, so how about 5? Handling the bump just before the crest there very nicely now though, that's a good thing. Not at all nervous. It's a little bit nervous here though, but I mean the ride height is fucking ridiculous. Also, I have no idea if my tires are still cold. They are not, they are borderline perfect. Front is actually a little bit cold. Oh there, okay. That sausage or that thing there is spooky. But okay, so lessons learned. These can't get better, so I just have to bring this up to match those. So then 2 off. And then do a save before eventual crash. Then look at what happened. What the fuck? Oh my god. Acti, why do you not automatically start up? This is bullshit. Acti, my friend. Are you the reason things are crashing? Because that certainly fucked itself over badly. Oh god damn it. Be right back. should now be working. See, I just need to fire up my desktop thing and stuff again. One moment. Uno momento. While I finish off unfuculating this whole situation. I also suspect that maybe the latest CSP version which is available may be part of the silly amount of crashes I've had, and I keep forgetting that maybe I can turn that off or switch to the previous version. But then again, you know, stuff and things. Okay, we are back in business. Let's see, what was it? We are so back, turns out. Bitdefender literally just turned off content. Yes. That is fun. Suspicious traffic detected. Why are these packets going to a Russian domain? Are you a Russian person thingy? No, I enjoy Assetto Corsa. Oh yes, yes, yes. It is just in an awkward state right now. One second. I'm just. Computer, just fucking be my friend. Thank you. It is in like a. It's like it's getting there, but it's not quite, and it is a little bit nervous. But it is all about, I'm just trying to, I've gotten it to the point where it's not bottoming out anymore, even though it is like in tractor mode. So the next step is basically, okay, how low can it go before it starts bottoming out, and then reducing the bump stops to prevent that from happening a millimeter or two above that point, and then see what can be done with the dampers to increase grip. So it's like I've gotten far, but I am at that very awkward crossover point where you might think, what the fuck is this guy doing? And lose all respect for me as I'm pretending to be an engineer. But that is fine, that is not something I will lose sleep over. I'm just saying. Oh, you never know. Maybe you're just like a fucking, you know, like a goddamn AC whisperer, like savant type shit. You're just like, oh yes. Because you sure seem to be quick on average. Where the ass? So yeah, Bummington Senior, the second Esquire or whatnot. Where the heck are you? Bum. I don't see RDM. Is this it? No. Send me rum, not bum. Yeah, no, that's generally a sign that you are able to adapt to cars. It is things most people struggle with. It is like, I do not comprehend how to, you know, be on my feet. I need the thing to be exactly the way that I need it to be, otherwise I cannot perform, because brain loop and confidence things. I am similarly... What the fuck? Yeah, no, I'm very much the same way. Like, I've driven so many people's setups, I have lost track of my own preferences, and it is just like, whatever. Yeah, and also there's the thing where I am a tinkerer, and I have made a lot of bad setups and gotten used to them and driven them successful. To the point of like, I couldn't like it just what doesn't I did an experiment. Like I took a high-mo setup for AC and just for the memes reversed all values, making it the most undrivable thing ever. Turned off TC and ABS and ran laps on Spa in the McLaren until I succeeded surviving flat out in through Eau Rouge, and it was not a problem. So it's like the thing was I was trying to prove a point, like maybe, just maybe, it is not the setup that I have spent hours on developing is competitive aerodynamically and so on and so on. It's not that's necessarily the main issue. Your approach to the entry might be too sharp, causing you to have to turn the car too quickly, causing you to lose the car while you're heading uphill because it's unstable and so on. But it's like, no, give me wing. And I'm like, oh, stuck in traffic, yay. But yeah, if you want, I can mute voice and then we can rant on Discord, rather than you have to listen to this fucking music and my car and talk via text. I am in the voice, and I do not need to stream the voice. I can respect your privacy. And I will try not to talk too much. I might make noises, but... So, monitor only. I am unmuted, and we'll see what will happen. Anyway, yes, so just keep in mind, the car is literally a tractor right now. I thought I had captured data, but Active was not running. So I will do some laps now and try to understand what the fuck is going on with the suspension. And then it will probably become a lot kinder. Also, yeah, the brake bias. You need to change the thing. The migration is currently just stupid low because exploration. I am inclined to agree that between 6 and 8 somewhere is probably optimum. I'm used to driving it at 4. I like the fact that it rotates, but I have come to realize that it is also causing me to brake less than I could. So you do have a point about 8. But I am stubborn enough to clinging on to my excess rotation for a little while longer. I'll come around, to put it that way. Literally. Okay, so oh yes, and also it needs a click extra or 2 of ARB to be happy. Have I even loaded this setup? Don't think I did. But anyway, I can rant to death about things which should and shouldn't be. I'll proceed by attempting to fix the things before we are in a race. Yeah, I just realized I hadn't... I'll just mute myself.